Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I'm going to be doing your money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of November 2019. If this is your first time catching one of my videos, I want to say welcome and thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. If you are interested in getting a private reading, I will have a link for that down in the description. For the readings this month, I'll be using my Spellcaster's Tarot, and I will clarify with my Radiant Rider Waite Tarot deck. And then I will close out the reading with a Chakra Intuition Oracle card. I think that is it, Virgo. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. Also, if you are new here, you may notice that I do read jumper cards as I shuffle the deck. You will notice that sometimes cards literally fly out or fall out. Sometimes cards will flip over as well. And those are the cards that I choose to read because I believe those are the cards that really want to communicate a message, a specific message. So let's go ahead and get into it. What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month, excuse me, of November 2019? Now, I am getting over being sick, so if you do hear some congestion or sniffling or coughing, I do apologize in advance. Let me make sure nobody is cut off here. This is an interesting first draw for you, Virgo. Now, I am Virgo. I have double Virgo in my chart, so a lot of this I'm looking at I can already relate to and I can resonate with. Excuse me, we have the Empress reverse, Star upright, Devil reverse. We have our card, the Hermit upright. We also have the Seven of Pentacles and Hierophant upright. All right, Virgo. So you're going through a growth period. You're going through a growth phase right now. And you're releasing some attachments. Things are progressing in a good way. You've made some good decisions, which have put you in a good place. And you're still going to feel very confident and accomplished as we move into that new month of November. However, there's always a however. Things are lagging. Things are not progressing at the rate that you either expected them to or at the rate they should be. Now, the interesting thing is that the only reason why that is so is because of you, Virgo, is because of you, you not taking action, you not doing what you need to do, you not making the call, doing the work, being, progressive and proactive about things. Now, I say all that to say, because as a Virgo, I can relate to this, right? The Empress card in the reverse, this is all about new creations, new beginnings, rebirth. But when she's in the reverse, that means things start, but then they don't finish. Or, something was put into place, something was set up, and then no further action was ever taken. Now, the Star card in the upright position means that things are really going to go well. Everything is there that you need. People are willing to help and support you, but you're the one that's holding yourself back. Now, it could be just procrastination, something as simple as that, or it could be a deeper issue. where it could be, maybe some feelings of unworthiness, deep-rooted fears, maybe just not trusting. You really have to do your own inner work to figure out what it is specifically for you. Now we have the Devil card in the reverse. This tells me that Virgo, you have released some unhealthy attachments. You have released some unhealthy bonds to people, places, circumstances, and things, and that's a very good thing. Hermit. Now this is us. This is Virgo. This could literally represent Virgo. It could also represent a phase in your life where you're kind of going into hibernation mode, withdrawal, solitude. And I'm feeling like this is actually starting a hibernation phase for Virgos throughout the rest of the year. It's almost like taking a step back so you can take 5 steps forward come, the new year in January. And I'm feeling that's kind of the mind frame that a lot of Virgos are in right now, especially as we move into that first week of November. Now we have the 7 of Pentacles here, which means the work is there and you do want to work. However, you're not feeling in alignment with the work that you're currently doing right now, or you won't be feeling that way in that first week of November. Now, this could just be a temporary thing. Everybody gets in a funk. However, this is probably something that's a little bit deeper than just a surface level, disappointing thing. It's like the work is just not fulfilling, or it's not challenging enough, and so it's really hard for you to stay motivated. But you're really good at what you do, and you're really, when you really commit to it, you make a lot of money. However, sometimes your heart's just not in it. And you're going to be feeling that way as we move into the new month of November. Now we have the Hierophant card here. Now the Hierophant is all about, I like to say religious authority sometimes, but in this case, I'm just feeling like it's almost like you're feeling like there's someone or something in the way. Now this could be an actual someone or something, or it could be a figurative thing, where you think there is a blockage, or you think there is something holding you back, but that's really not the case. And I'm leaning more towards that, Virgo, just because I know how we think. And sometimes we place our own limitations on ourselves because of our strong-held beliefs, which may or may not be entirely true, but we believe it so strongly, just like people who are super religious. We believe these things so strongly that they limit us and they hold us back. Yeah, see, even the cards are not cooperating, Virgo, so that tells me there are some blockages that we need to work through. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of November 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Virgo? Okay, Virgo, we have the Hanged Man in reverse. We have Seven of Wands reverse, Two of Pentacles reverse, Seven of Cups reverse, and then we have the Four of Cups in the upright. Now, what's interesting, Virgo, is I see 7, 7, and 7. 7 is a very, very spiritual number, especially when we see 7 in the repeating patterns. Now, that's also an angel number. So this is something that we do want to pay attention to. It's a very powerful number as it relates to introspection, as it relates to, I want to say, the mystical side, the intuitive side of you. It can also signify good luck, obviously, but also just to really pay attention to thoughts, ideas, feelings, and things that come to you intuitively, and to really trust that. And sometimes, I know as a Virgo, we tend to get overly analytical and overly practical about things, but I'm feeling like what's coming through in this particular reading is that this is something that we have to pay attention to, because Spirit, our guides, God, the universe, is trying to give us confirmation, is trying to give us guidance, is trying to give us a message. And I'll leave it at that for now, because I have a feeling that we're going to get more into that. I'm feeling like this reading is going to be more mystical than what it usually is for Virgo. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. Hangman in the reverse means there is a period of feeling stuck, feeling limited and unsure. That period is over, or I should say it will be over in the second week of November. We also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. That tells me that you're just not going to have to really prove yourself to anyone anymore. I mean, not that you were, or if you were, that's okay, but you're finally going to be in a confident position, in a state of, just pure knowing and pure, feeling totally capable, that you don't have to justify, explain, or defend yourself to anyone for anything. So we have the Two of Pentacles here, which means you were probably making some decisions of how to necessarily balance everything, and you're kind of putting that on hold for right now. Not that you don't want to maybe future plan, but right now it seems like, Virgo, your mind is just so overwhelmed with other things going on that the timing and balance of everything is just not going to happen. It's not going to happen in November. Now, this is not a bad thing, but it's something that you're aware of and that you accept. We also have the Seven of Cups in reverse. This tells me that because you're choosing to not put yourself in a position to where you have to choose, your choices are limited. But this is because you're controlling it, okay? You have endless options, but Virgo, you are choosing not to examine those options at this time, or at least in the second week of November. We have the Four of Cups again. This just kind of reaffirms what we just said. Four of Cups is about seeing what's in front of you and maybe not exactly being totally happy and satisfied with it, but at the same time, this is something that we're in control of. This is a situation where we're deliberately choosing not to choose, and that's okay. And it's almost like that's as much as we can handle right now without feeling, spiritually overwhelmed or mentally overwhelmed. And in a way, that's a really good thing, because, you have to be very, very clear-headed when it comes to your money, business, and work. And if for some reason you're just not in that space, it's okay to step back and take a break. It's okay to not necessarily be hustling and grinding all the time in all the ways, doing all the things. So let's see, what else do we need to know for the sign of Virgo? as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of November 2019. What else do we need to know for the sign of Virgo? For money, wealth, finances, prosperity, abundance. For the month of November 2019. All right, Virgo. So yes, you are going to have a lot of emotional, I want to say emotional responsibility. King of Swords reverse, Moon reverse, King of Cups upright, Three of Swords upright, Star reverse. Now remember, you had the Star beginning of the month here. So while things are still going to be going okay, you are going to feel like I don't know, like things aren't necessarily bad, but they're not overwhelmingly good either. It's almost like you're just in a very neutral place. And I'm feeling like that's in relation to the emotional obligations, I should say. Let's start with the King of Swords here. King of Swords in reverse is all about cutting away the unnecessary. Also, too, sometimes not cutting things out when they should be cut out, too. It could also be a question of timing. You know, maybe there's something we should have dealt with a month ago, a year ago, whatever ago, and we didn't do it, and now it's coming back up to be dealt with again. That's what I'm feeling like what's going on. Probably in that third week of November, Virgo, you're going to have to deal with something. Don't procrastinate. Don't delay. Take care of it so you can move on and be done. We have the Moon in reverse. This tells me that things that were hidden are no longer going to be hidden. You're going to be enlightened in some way. You're going to get information, news. A situation is going to become more clear. You're going to probably have an experience that brings you more awareness than you've had prior to now, or I should say in that third week of November. So this is a good thing because it means you're going to have really sharp mental clarity and you're going to be very, very informed as far as what your next move should be. Now we also have the King of Cups next to the Three of Swords. There's an emotional tie here. You know, something that's coming up again. I'm seeing heartbreak and disappointment here. And I'm seeing the King of Cups. This is a very emotional, sensitive, feelings-oriented card, feelings-oriented energy. So while you may experience some emotional heartbreak or something, just know that it's temporary and that this is something that is a growing period and a phase of release on some level. Emotional release is what I'm feeling. What else do we need to know for the sign of Virgo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of November 2019. Oh, I did not know that card was flipped over. Yes, Virgo, you're going to go through a very sensitive period here. We have the Queen of Cups on the King of Cups, and we have the Ace of Cups. So either you're going to be feeling overwhelmed emotionally, or you will literally go through an emotional cleansing towards the end of November. You know, you may go through a period of just feeling like you're releasing old emotions. You are healing emotional hurts from the past. And it's a very cleansing, healing time. Yes. And it's going to be a period of almost like you're rebuilding a whole brand new foundation. Now, I talk about this because money is a very emotional topic, right? A lot of times people ask, or they'll leave comments, I should say, and they say, well, this doesn't have anything to do with money. Well, a lot of the times money has ties to our emotions, to our mental state, to our physical states. So when you can take care of all these things, money can take care of itself, but we are in control of the money, right? And so we have to be in control of the things that are in control of us, which is our emotions. Okay. Virgo. So like I said, you're going to go through a period of emotional healing towards the end of November, and then you're going to be celebrating this. Now, Four of Wands, this is all about stability. It's also the wedding card. It's also about strong foundation. It's about really setting things into place so you can build more and grow and increase. And that's very exciting because it's almost like once you heal these emotions and you release whatever past traumas or hurts that have been affecting you, it clears the way for more abundance, love, health, vitality, new experiences, whatever it is that really gets your juices flowing, so to speak. Now, we also have the Queen of Swords. Remember, she doesn't hesitate to cut away and release anything that does not serve her. She has no problem saying no. She has no problems establishing boundaries and letting go of things that are not working. And so this is the place that we're going to be in, Virgo. As November closes out and we move into December, we're going to be in a much more stable position with our emotions, which means we're going to be in a much more stable, stronger, foundational position as it relates to our money. This is great. This is definitely progress and forward movement in a big way. All right, let's go ahead and close out the reading with a chakra intuition oracle card. Wow. Okay. So we got card number 31, heart chakra, universal love. This is so on point with this reading because, like I said, I really feel like our emotions are really going to come into play for November, Virgo. Also, our intuition, our inner wisdom, our inner guidance. Areas of our life that I feel like sometimes we neglect as Virgos because we're so practical. We're so, sometimes just trying to get the job done, and we ignore our feelings, or we ignore the emotional side of ourselves. But in November, we're really going to be in touch with that, especially as it relates to our heart chakra and universal love. So November is going to be a very good month for you, Virgo. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations, feel free to drop those down in the comments below. If you're interested in getting a private reading, I will have a link for that in the description as well. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. I'll see you again soon.